So I'm here with Gary Shaw, and we're going to do some Ask Me Anything. So,
hello, peeps.
hey. So guys, had a question come in, and one that I know you've told me many a time. What got you into guitar? What age did you start, and what inspired you to play?
Well, in one place in my family, the German side.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the English side. And everyone played. So I remember I was in the car with my dad, I was 10, and he said to me, "What are you going to learn?" What do you mean? Football? You know what I mean? Football, right?
Yeah.
No, an instrument. Guitar. Yeah. So. And then I went to school, and you had free lessons.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Nice.
it was on a Friday, an hour. Sometimes I would skip class. I would turn up early and get my name registered and then go and get an extra lesson.
Yeah.
I did it for 5 years. But, trigonometry is so good to me. So, but I had the same teacher, Mr. Rombardi. He was a retired classical guitarist. He used to perform. He had terrible nerves.
Yeah.
And we would do concerts at school, and he would teach me the main part because he would pretty much fall apart in the next sort of 30 bars or something, right? So I would take over. But he was an amazing teacher. He was just a very cool man. He taught me the value of hearing notes and practicing, and didn't mind if I played a Led Zeppelin riff either. Even though he used to say, "No, you'll never make a classical guitarist." He didn't mean it mean.
Yeah.
I couldn't play the same thing twice. I used to do these studies for my exam, and he goes, "That's not in it." I go, "No, I know, but I like that bit." Well, you can't do that. But 5 years is a long time to study guitar, and it taught me technique in terms of not hurting yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, who gets to do that really? Yeah. Bearing in mind, this is 1969 to 74, so all the years at school. That's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I was so fortunate. I loved him dearly because he taught me the value of more about music than just playing.
Trust in your ear, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And encouragement as well.
Yeah.
You're not happening right now, but you want to if you keep working at it.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So no shortcuts, unfortunately.
No, agreed. And talking about learning stuff, is there something you're learning at the moment that's new to you?
Oh, gosh. Well, I'm trying to write this thing. I've got some ear bug. It won't go away. And I've tried recording it, but it's not quite happening. So I don't know whether to leave it alone and forget it or move on. I'm not sure, but it's still. I'm working on it, but I don't know if it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
Who does?
Okay.
So that's the eternal struggle with that.
Yeah.
In terms of, I do this thing on my phone. I get like jazz backing tracks, and I schmoodle at night. Schmoodle. It's all worthless. Dreadful.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun to a point. And then if the track's too long, you start to get really sick of yourself. You go, oh no, I've got to stop now.
Yeah.
So there's that. So there's a point.
Yeah, I get that.
But on the other hand, see, if you want to be, I've got to practice this and this all night. I mean, that also is not healthy.
No, not at all.
But the biggest problem I found personally is, when you learn too much, you have a good night, you've got the guitar, you've got some books, you want to learn some stuff, and you've learned this scale, you've learned that chord there, and then in the morning, not a thing has been retained, right?
Yeah.
And it's back to that. I had this book, Howard Roberts, look him up, he's an amazing jazz guitarist.
Yeah.
Played on the Twilight Zone.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But he started the GIT school. GRT school. I had this book, the preface was amazing. So he broke it down into two things. I don't want to sound too arty-farty. It was motor skill and concept skill.
Yeah.
So the concept is new scale, and then you practice it. But only that. to the point where you remember it the next day. Otherwise, it's pointless. So you've probably got a good 10 minutes for a concept, and then the rest of your life to practice it. So the overload of the brain, where you don't retain it, it's such a waste of time.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we were both teachers, right? So we know that the brain can't process new information for longer than 45 minutes technically, but I'd say it's probably 25 max.
There's no way I could do that. The older you get, it's got to have an impact. So simples is a good thing. I'm going to learn this chord, or I'm going to learn 2 chords, and I'm going to practice that transition, and it's going to be good. And also the other thing Mr. Vardy used to teach me was the last time you play it, if it's right, leave it at that. Because if you muck it up again, you're on a merry-go-round, and that's not a good memory. So you leave it alone when you think, "Oh, got that."
That makes absolutely.
I think your brain has time to go. I've got that.
Cool.
It's not always true, of course, but it has impact. And also, I think, what do you practice? That's the big question for me. Or what do I? So I had a friend of mine. He went to study with. He did an online course with I don't know who it was, the Guitar Academy in the 80s. Anyway, he had this regime. It was like if we could get up in the morning, that was a start. The cup of coffee. So anyway, it was like 5 minutes work on arpeggios. 5 minutes work on some chords. 5 minutes work on scales. 5 minutes work on rhythm playing along with a backing track. 5 minutes ear training on intervals. It didn't really get any better. I know that's not right or wrong. It's just an observation of how everybody is different. But what do you practice? Is it something you're not good at? Or do you not worry about that, your foibles and the chinks in and maybe you spend more energy on the things that are important to you within your band and your music, and maybe that's rather than doodling away that guitar players do endlessly.
There's a question, which you're a person who has been out there, toured, done all of that, to a fair amount of success as well, we'll say. What is whatever that metric is for everyone? But what is the realism of touring and the physical impact that has?
Oh, that's a biggie. So first of all, it depends on the funding, doesn't it? What kind of tour it is. Are you promoting an album? You have a record company and management. And you have a bus, and you have a tour manager and a road manager. And you have hotels. Well, why not? If you're on the back of a comma van and you're schlepping everywhere and sleeping on people's floors because of their admiration for your music, well, that's a different animal, isn't it? I don't know that world. I mean, I've gigged locally, but I've never done that, ever. I know it sounds shameful, but I was lucky, that's all. First tours were really, with Spoon and Eric and Sean, they were, we had Roku and Tex, and so I don't know that other world, which is pretty shameful because I know nothing. I met this band, Anything But Trouble, Nothing But Trouble. Scottish band. Oh boy, they're hardcore. They do like 300 odd gigs a year, like forever. And I met them after a gig in Germany. Boy, they can drink. Whew. And they're like, they do that most, well, they're hardened, aren't they? And they don't mind, sleeping in the van, or they just don't mind. I don't know whether I can't. I'm too weak a person to deal with that. Where's my hotel room? Where's my lunch? I don't know.
But there's still.
That sounds crap. But I was very fortunate because I went straight to a world of playing in a studio on a record to the next thing I know, I'm on a tour with that person, and I'm doing Europe and stuff, and I have no idea at all of who that person is. Even though I looked it up a bit. I had no clue. the first couple of gigs kind of warm up, 200-300, and then it's 20, 40, 60,000. Holy moly! I mean, I had no idea about that, you know.
No. But obviously there's
That was lovely.
there's still a lot of travel and a lot of like...
Yeah, that was nice though.
Was that alright?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, yeah, I can't think of... There was a couple of ghastly instances where the hotel's going to close in 10 minutes and we're 20 minutes away. You know, or whatever.
Yeah.
That hardly ever happens. You know, it was really pretty slick, I've got to say.
That's good.
It was. It was highly enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know,
That's good.
And a friend of mine who is an ardent roadman, he's played for everybody, you know, Mike McDonald and everyone, he said, there's only one thing worse than touring, and that's not touring. Because it does... I remember coming home from this tour, and I think we, you know, I can't remember if it was Spoon. I think it was Spoon. Yeah, like 20, 40,000 with a headline too. It was bonkers. In Germany and Holland and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I get home, the next thing I know, I'm down in Aston. You know, right? And I forgot my PIN number, so I've been away, so that swallowed my card. Oh, jeez. I think, the real world, eh? I'm not really going to complain that I didn't have a nice hotel room or dinner, and the gig was good. I mean, really?
Yeah.
But in all honesty, you have to be a younger person to do that, physically. I didn't get ill. I didn't think anyone, well, a couple of people did. I drank too much. Get the rider.
Yeah.
The rider. Don't do that. No. You know, bottles of this and that, you know, it's not good for you. Didn't do any of that. So that was all brilliant. Especially you realise even more when you're back at the till at Asda and your cards don't work and you've got out of coke and you know, you've been away for 3 months and you've no idea how to cook anything. You're like, oh! And then a pack of bills at home and the horrible stench of reality hits you. And you go, I want to go back on the road. Because there's a certain irresponsibility as well. No one can get you. Well, back in those days, we didn't have internet so much, you know. Yeah. So you're pretty, I'm gone. You know, they can't get hold of you. There's the beauty of that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't worry about things you don't know about, right?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Although when you face it, it's a train wreck. Oh, no, I mean, you know, I guess I don't know what it's like now, but I don't know what it's like.
And I've heard certain artists say that, like, when it comes to touring in particular, they find the first 2 weeks are like the creative period, and then after that it's almost like just Groundhog Day in a sense.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I never saw that.
You never saw that?
Only a couple of times over many years. No, not really.
Cool.
I think the artists that I played with had an improvisatory nature. Right?
Yeah.
I know you had set things, but also there are other things that weren't, you know, that kind of jazzy, go for it element. So you never got tired of that because you never knew what.
You never knew where you were going.
No, it's interesting still. Yeah. So I never got tired of that. Yeah. No, none of us did. We just want to play better and better, and you know. Nice. He had room to stretch with certain artists like Eric Beard and Sherman and Spoon. They give you room to. Well, all right, have a go. So it's different.
Watching the Sherman gig was just that was so lovely. Like it was just nice
that's that guy.
Yeah,
and he passed on my birthday. It was really pissed me off. I almost think he did it on purpose. Yeah. I mean, all I can say about him is that I ate dinner at his mum's in Houston, and she cooked for 3 days, and I ate so much. And I phoned her up months later, and she answered the phone. She goes, "Oh, you that English boy that ate all my food." And so, what could be more? And also, he stayed at Mum and Dad's house here. Yeah. We were all in the hotels and working nearby, and he didn't want to stay, so he came and stayed here. Sat in the bath with the Jack Daniel, was as happy as Larry. So, you know, there's more than music there. Yeah. There's a deep friendship. Yeah. You know, but also I do honestly remember this gig in Denmark, Birmingham, remember, and it was a really nice venue. It was full of like the old Danish bikers, who are possibly the most polite people you've ever met in your life, but they swear in a really funny way. Oh, you're crazy fucker, you know. And they're so lovely, and they love music, and they know more about music than we do. Oh wow! And I'm playing away, and it was a great gig. Sherman's on fire. And I remember saying to Bern after, I said, I honestly believe that I've just stood next to some of the best blues guitar I've ever heard in my life. I mean, how do you follow that? The energy. No shit. I mean, it's stunning.
Yeah.
So I never got over that. And also, when you're in this band, you can't phone it in.
No.
If you don't commit, you probably ain't gonna have a gig.
No.
You know. So you've got to be all in. And this is the type of person, that energy. And the other thing is, it's all about the audience. Yeah. All about how their evening is. Yeah. Did the crowd enjoy it? I mean, a lot of people forget that. Yeah. And you get up your ass and you forget that,
Yeah.
They did a great solo. Nobody cared. They were all shouting.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't come here for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, very fortunate to. And there are loads of people that have that energy, Yeah. But without record company in the old days, without that force behind it, it's a different world, isn't it? You're self-reliant.
Yeah.
You've got to promote yourself. You've got to record yourself, edit yourself, mix yourself. Yeah. Pretty much put it all out there yourself.
Yeah.
With your own personal budget.
Yes.
Which is non-existent.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's a different beast, isn't it?
It's hard work.
It is.
It's real hard work.
No, I do see it, but don't lose the. I wouldn't know about it world. Haley's better at it, attacking it with anything we do, but I'm like, oh God, can't we just make a record and release it? And,
God.
Get on a radio show, talk about it, and do a gig. Can't we do that?
Yeah.
I know it sounds pretty pathetic because it's not in works anymore.
No.
But in the days I was doing it more so, there was a budget. Albeit you may have to pay it back, there was a budget to facilitate things.
Yeah.
By press releases, by all that stuff.
Yeah.
But now it gets lost in the menu, doesn't it? It's just a bazillion things. I mean, I don't know what you're going to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's bewildering to me. But also the nod. Someone tells you, "Have you checked out so-and-so?" You go, "No." "Oh, this is absolutely superb.
Yeah.
I love it." Yeah. So more often than not, it's not the rabbit hole. It's someone else going, "Dude, they've been down the rabbit hole. Check this out."
Yeah.
And I get more really great new music because I don't want to play old stuff.
No.
I have no compunction at all to play anything old. Not at all.
No.
I want to see the Zeppelin movie though. But beyond that, I've got none of those records. I gave them all. No, there's nothing there for me. But I do like new things I haven't heard that are fantastic. And there's loads, really.
Yeah.
It really hasn't gone away.
No.
I suppose you have to be more particular or have the nod,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, it must be a tougher world. People are playing more, aren't they? They're gigging, aren't they?
Yeah. There's definitely been a change in how even the local scene works from when I had my break to coming back, like
10 years.
Almost 10 years.
A lot's changed in that time.
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
A lot of venues went down the pan.
Yeah. A lot of promoters who
Public confidence went down the pan.
they're no longer doing it. Yeah, absolutely.
A bit of a rebuild.
So it is. Yeah, it's very much trying to ingratiate myself back into that scene.
I think on the outer periphery of that, the retail's taken such a pounding.
God, yeah.
And the footfall, that's all hanging by a thread.
Yeah, it really is.
So there's a lack of real, just general socialising. We'll do it via this.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the same thing.
No, it's not.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Go for it, please, Luke.
What are you going to do?
What? Sorry, say that again?
What are you going to do? Music freedom. All that.
Oh God,
No, I mean, I don't need to be obtuse. I mean,
no.
You're writing.
I am writing, and that's very much my focus at the moment.
Yeah.
Just writing and trying to...
And recording.
And record, yeah, and building the recording studio up and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm very much enjoying all of that side of things. For me, I'm not too focused on a big picture or trying to achieve anything in particular. I just want to enjoy it. I want to record music, release music.
Having a young son.
Yes.
And a new life.
Yeah.
Kind of it prioritises.
Yeah, it does.
But there's a lot of depth and wealth of material later.
Oh God, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That you didn't know about yourself.
Yeah,
Right?
and funnily enough, I also feel like having that break
Oh,
has made me a better musician because I've managed to sort my head out in a lot of ways.
yeah.
Obviously, I had my bad period of mental health, and like going through all of that and then getting my head straight has made the world of difference. Like when I play my solos and stuff like that, I'm not in my head anymore. I'm just focusing on the music, enjoying the moment, going where the lines take me and stuff like that. So
You might have right thing
yeah,
differently, you know. Okay, yeah.
yeah,
The muse is upon you.
yeah. It's very much upon me, and I'm enjoying that. I'm also gigging with a couple of other people.
Yeah, I know. So I'm interviewing you now.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, and I'm you know, an excellent interviewer. So yeah, jumped in there, showed a gig.
Yeah.
Not easy. Got to be as smooth as you like.
Oh man, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
My stuff.
Yeah.
My sound.
Yeah.
That good. Sold out gig.
Yeah.
Proper good.
Yeah. It was really nice as well as a gig. Just
To be a player, right?
yeah. It's nice to just be out gigging and doing that.
Just playing, but good stuff though.
Yeah.
Not staccato, you know.
No,
No offense.
and none of it was like none of her tunes are massively complex. They're quite straightforward.
No.
They've just got really nice chords,
groove,
relatively
Yeah,
repetitive.
schmoozle is how the album calls it.
Yeah, exactly.
A high degree of schmoozle.
But it's just you've got to have your tone right for that.
Oh,
you know, that's
you
you've
don't
got
want
to.
to sound like Luke Ray on that.
No, you've got to be spot on with your tone.
Real.
But yeah, no, it was great, and Hannah Ream, who is the singer for that,
So-
was brilliant.
So tell me about Hannah.
So I don't really know a huge amount, if I'm honest. So
Right.
I kind of only met Hannah relatively recently.
She went to the gig we did at the back to the.
Back to the Belgrove, she was there, yeah.
Did she sing that
She
night?
sang, she was the headline that night.
Oh yeah, she sounded fab.
Yeah.
I had to drive back, unfortunately, because
Yeah.
I'm very old.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yes.
that was Hannah. That was
Yeah,
when
no,
I met her.
she sounded class.
Yeah, and there's definitely, I think, scope for our voices to work quite well collaboratively going forward.
She has a band also.
She has a band which I'm part of, the Ring Machine, so I'm doing
Right.
that as well. We just did we just headlined Icebreaker Festival, doing that in the loft.
That once, didn't
Yeah, a long time ago, playing in the vaults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on video.
Yeah, that's still about that video.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
God,
It's
you
so
play.
good.
We all played Up a Storm that night,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
I was frustrated by not being able to park. Anyway, back to Hannah.
Yeah. So yeah, we just
She writes.
She writes. Yeah, she
Okay.
writes stuff. So yeah, a lot of the gigs that we're doing are just all original stuff. She's done pretty well. I think she was a big part of Victoria's last year. I think she's done Isle of Wight and stuff like that as well. So it's been cool.
Right.
So yeah, she's doing all
I
right.
see her.
Yeah.
I mean, I did stay for a few. Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
We have to come to one of the gigs.
I would.
As well.
I'd like that, yeah.
I'll let you know.
So you're doing that?
Yeah. So doing that. I've been asked about a country thing recently.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like,
Country these days is not as scary a word as it used to be.
it's not.
Although the old word I loved.
Yeah.
Give me George Jones and Hank Williams, oh my god. But you know when it got a bit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just a cover thing, which is cool. But to be fair, like I say, I'm not focusing too much on, you know, going out doing covers gigs and all that sort of stuff and that side of things. I just want to do original stuff and just enjoy myself, which is really nice.
No, but I mean, it's a balance, isn't it?
It is. It is.
You know, I used to tour in Sherman. With Sherman, I've been on the road a long time, and then I would so look forward to doing a gig at the Contented Pig with Lee, Steve Granger, and Matt Hill and
Granger's a great player as well.
Well, I used to. I've got loads of it recorded on DAT, but I used to so look forward for the fact that there were no rules and you could do what you like, but it was still tasty. Yeah, that was. So we'd do that and do the other thing, and then do the, you know, whatever 40 greatest hits over 2 nights. You know, record that and then do this and do whatever.
Yeah,
And I liked all that. Studio's not the same anymore though. That's the sad thing about it, is that it's not just the big studio, it's the people you meet.
Yeah.
It's what phone calls.
Yeah.
It's a whole experience
Yeah,
that you don't get when you're, even though you're, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're not in the same room and it's not the same thing.
No.
And I'm not dissing
No.
the opportunity that you can, but if you could do the old thing, man, there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
God.
And the other thing that
Amazing.
I'm getting involved with is at the moment is so I'm working a lot with Mayfield Studios, and I'm going to be part of their house band going forward as well. So
That's
going to be
a house band.
Yeah, they've got a little house band which is doing pretty well. They're just about to do their 6th album, I think.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool.
Huh.
I'm doing a session with them on Saturday.
Nice.
So, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
So
It's nice to be in the studio.
Yeah, always.
Always.
And fingers in pies.
Always.
You know, different. Keep me interested, doing different things.
Yeah.
I always like that variety.
And that's the thing, like, it's nice to be...
I was never a snob about,
No.
I like country album or jazzy album or bluesy album or rocky album or happy album. I don't care.
If you like the music, you
I'm
like
playing,
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, since I've played less at home without my studio at the moment, not set up, but whatever, I've listened more. Yeah. And I'm loving listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I missed out. When I was such up my backside about, that's not good. And I'm going, I've really missed out. I'm just sitting here listening to track, and the hours go by. And not old stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about in the past. And and I'm going, God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you got your AirPods on the phone, that's the best stereo ever, isn't it? My goodness.
Mm.
But no, really, I mean, that's I think I always did. Listen to a lot. And I think, when you do a session and you hear a track and you go, oh, okay. That sounds a bit like, reminds me of something I've got.
Yeah.
That I know.
Yeah.
Then what's on that? I fucking do that. and you kind of grab that idea.
And you take reference, don't you? Of course you do. Yeah.
And you go, right, so listening to the music is really the education.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It's all right to study whatever, but you got to listen loads.
Yeah. Yeah.
What fits and what doesn't. And then you may work. But if that doesn't bother you, get your own band.
Yeah.
But if you want to kind of work and do other things, then you kind
yeah.
of got to get a grip on that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I was good at it, but, I did understand that you play for the song.
Yeah, 100%.
Put your chops and your ego away and just,
Yeah.
And there might be that line that you come up with that you actually get a royalty on.
Mm. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah.
So on we go. The mysterious world of, embracing our music, trying to, I don't know about getting better, but enjoy it more. We've got a limited time. We shouldn't be too hypercritical about everything. We should sort of try and just, if you don't like it, don't listen to it.
Yeah.
And listen to something you like. It'll be better for your soul. Yeah. It just would.